When I started Big Brothers Big Sisters in 1980, I first met Joanne Peisel. At the time, she was executive director at Call for Help. I admired her efforts to create a shelter in Belleville for women experiencing domestic violence. The shelter was located in a 5-bedroom house and was called The Bridge. Joanne went on to provide outstanding leadership at Call for Help for many years after. Her work to create the bridge resulted in the founding of the Violence Prevention Center, an agency that now provides an array of services to thousands of women and children in a 3-county area. I've always admired Joanne's grit and determination in identifying problems in the community and then creating resources and services for those in need. She is one of a kind. Joanne's been an outstanding mentor for many of us in the social services community. She is truly unique. Joanne Peisel is a woman of distinction.
Hello, my name is Annette Eckert. I'm here to talk to you about a friend and a leader in our community, Joanne Peisel. In the mid-1970s, Joanne was the executive director of Call for Help. During her tenure as the director, she read an article about a woman who was a victim of domestic violence. In the article, it explained that the woman had been lost in the woods. Her family could not locate her. And when they did, they brought her home and realized there were no services for victims of domestic violence. Joanne read about that need. She didn't talk about it, she did something about it. She developed the first violence prevention center. It was called The Bridge. It was the predecessor of our current violence prevention center. It was started in 1979. It existed in a 5-bedroom brick bungalow. In that small house, it provided services for women and children who needed emergency housing. It provided counseling. It provided emergency services for many years. Joanne's leadership led us through not only transforming a shoe factory into the Violence Prevention Center, where it housed women and children, provided counseling and emergency services, but also through the fundraising that was necessary to allow this transformation to occur. Her leadership was amazing. It has been 40 years now since the Weidman family generously gave the building to the Violence Prevention Center. And it still exists now, providing the same services to those women that Joanne was concerned about. She did something. She took on the challenge, and those services are still continuing. Thank you, Joanne, for your leadership in our community.
Joanne, I am honored to say a few words in recognition of all you've accomplished, and what I have to say today really is directed to you. Your life's work is truly exemplary. You embody the very definition of a social worker, a professional who's dedicated to helping individuals, families, communities, enhancing their well-being, helping them to navigate challenges and access to resources that they need. As the executive director of Call for Help, you are a strong leader, building and growing a multifaceted social service agency while overcoming countless challenges with building structures, with finding revenues and finances and grants and things to support all of the services and programs that were developed under your direction. During my 15 years working at Call for Help as the Adult and Children's Crisis Residential Service Program Director, I owe much of what I have learned, along with my work ethics and professional practices, to your guidance and example. I want to thank you, Joanne, for instilling in me the attributes and values that have stayed with me throughout my career. I remember as I was promoted to another position in my career how proud you were of me and how you congratulated and supported me in my next movement to my next career. It was almost like a mother seeing her child off. Thank you, Joanne, for instilling in me the attributes and values that have stayed with me throughout my career. Joanne, you have been so much more to me than an executive director. You are a unique, wonderful, and special person, and a true friend. And I look at you as part of my family even. You are so deserving of this award. Congratulations.